So while we've been talking to the coaches this far, we actually have a chance now to get into some of the student athletes who join us. Kevin Snyder, linebacker for Rutgers University, joining us here on the American Kickoff. Kevin, I'm going to have you just pick that up and use that one. But thanks for taking some time here. So let's start off just by getting where you are, where your head is right now, where your team is right now. You guys are getting set to perhaps be a contender in this league this season. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think we definitely have an opportunity to do that. We have a lot of veteran talent coming back on the defensive line, coming back in the back end of our defense, and I think the young guys coming through for us are really going to be big. Obviously, with a good summer camp and this camp coming up, I think we really have a good shot to have a great team again.
You know, you guys were 9-4 a year ago. You ended up dropping a heartbreaker in what ended up being the de facto game of the Big East Conference to Louisville at home. We were there watching it. It was a tremendous game, but that was one that I'm sure you probably felt like you let slip through your fingers a bit. So how does the team take that and use that to its advantage this year?
Well, obviously that was a heartbreaker. I mean, at our home stadium on senior night, that was a heartbreaking game, but now we understand what it takes to get to that point in the season again, but now we know that we need to take that extra step to win ourselves a conference championship. So we understand where we need to go now.
How did that carry over to the off season, to spring, to the preseason? How is it going to affect your preseason this year? I mean,
it's always in the back of our head really now. And you know, we understand the heartbreak it was, and we understand how much effort and how much time and preparation we put into that game in the off season and obviously during the week of preparation. So we understood how much we put into that, and now we understand that extra step we need to take to prepare just a little bit more and to have that little bit more focus to be able to finish the season.
Kind of a double-edged sword too. You're supposed to forget. That's the beauty of football, is that you learn from experiences you go through, but it cycles. You don't have enough time to reflect on it. If you let things like that bother you to the point where it distracts you from being better, it becomes a double-edged sword also. Some guys want to put that in the can and go forward.
Right. I mean, you obviously want to move forward from it, but it always needs to be that driving force behind you to make yourself better. But you can't dwell on things too long, or else you'll never move past it, and then you won't be able to perform in the weeks upcoming.
Kevin, as a defense that finished 10th nationally in yards allowed, you had a Defensive Player of the Year in Kasim Green, Steve Boharnis, who's now in an NFL camp as well. So you lose a couple of huge pieces of the puzzle. How does this team continue the tempo, the pace that you guys set from a year ago when you were stopping people?
Well, I think our defensive line, first and foremost, that's the foundation of our defense, and I think that they're one of the best in the conference, one of the best in the country. All the talent we have up there with Jamil Morrell, Marcus Thompson, Ike Holmes, and Darius Hamilton, along with the depth up front, and I think that's really big for us to be able to continue to stop the run the way we have. And then Jamal Morrell and myself in the middle with Steve Longa, I think we have a great front seven, and we'll continue to build obviously through through the camp. And I think in the back end we're getting better every day, so I think we'll be able to keep up our defensive ways.
It's always good to hear. You got to rely on the horses up front. Just swallow up guards, centers, and tackles so you can go make plays.
That's it. Eat up double teams and allow us to move freely, and then obviously coming off the edge on pass rush and things like that. And Coach Panagos has done a great job with them, working with them on their pass rushes, and I think we should have a pretty good four-man rush.
You guys get a chance to open up on the 29th, so you're basically already of August. You're already in camp here. You'll go out, make a big trip out to Fresno State. What are you looking forward to most of all this season?
I think I'm looking forward to how we're going to react to all those. I think we had 7 starters leave, maybe go to the defensively, go into the draft, and go into the NFL camps. So I think it's going to be how our defense reacts and how we grow as a defense and as a team with all that senior leadership gone. I think that's the number one thing we're looking forward to.
All right, Kevin, thank you again for taking some time today. Best of luck this season. I know it's an exciting time to be a member of the Scarlet Knights, and you guys certainly look like you got a good season ahead of you.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks for your time.